Welcome to my car. So, how does a big, fat, juicy quadruple infinity bypass of corrupt cable media sound to you? It's pretty exciting. So let me tell you about that. January 23rd, put that on your calendar. January 23rd, live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Facebook.com/TheYoungTurks. I'll put the link in the description. If you don't see it, just let me know. Facebook.com/TheYoungTurks, TURKS, January 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what's happening then? That's going to be the bypass of call it fake news or corrupt news, whatever you want. I like calling it corrupt because corrupt is more specific, and it means that it's corrupt because they're owned by the same multinational corporations that buy our politicians. They have our media outlets, therefore they control what you see. It's not going to be objective. It's going to be propagandized to protect their interests, the status quo, which is entirely rigged against you and in favor of them. So that's why this bypass is incredibly exciting. So Bernie Sanders, most of you know who he is. Whether you like him or don't like him, that's not the point of this video. Single payer healthcare system, whether you like that or you don't like that, that's not the point of this video. Bernie Sanders is going to be doing a town hall where he's only going to be focused on independent media outlets that have no conflict of interest. Pretty cool, right? So whether you're for him or against him, or the idea of single payer or against it, I recommend that you watch this, because if you're conservative, there's something in this for you. If you're liberal, there's something in it. Middle, anywhere, that doesn't matter. Anybody that's against corruption, which is everybody except maybe one or two people, then this is going to highly benefit you. So Bernie is basically going to be talking about single payer. And what's really awesome about this is, over the summer, this last summer, he did a video talking about, I think it was single payer, and it was through independent media, not corporate media, not cable news networks. This one video that he did one time got over 100 million views. If you were to go on, to get that on cable news network like CNN, I read something or heard something where it's like, gosh, 100 million views. You'd have to be on CNN, world famous CNN, seen all over the world. You'd have to be on that for like a third of the year to get 100 million people to see that segment. Well, this was just one video recording, 100 million views. So obviously this strategy is working, and this also sets a trajectory that is going to make cable news become very obsolete as time goes on. So we're getting the money out, that kind of corrupt money out of cable news, and eventually we're going to get all 100% private money out of politics, and that's going to be a great day, because that'll be the game changer for everybody. So again, January 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, check that out, man. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be watching, and I'm really excited to see what happens, and the bypass that it's going to create around all the corruption and cable news. So again, I can't stress to you enough, I don't want to read a bunch of comments where people are, bashing this or that, because this video, the point of it is about corruption. So I don't want to see a bunch of comments about, Bernie Sanders, whether you hate him or whatever, or single payer, whether you hate him or whatever. So if you comment, keep it on point of this video and how cool this concept is of bypassing in a big way all the corruption in news. So eventually, I think we're moving towards a day where we are going to have real journalism out there that reaches the masses, but journalism that's real, because instead of propagandizing whoever they want to propagandize, instead of protecting the status quo, they're actually going to hold people's feet to the fire. They're going to be the watchdogs of politics and whatever else, and they're going to know their facts. And if they're talking to somebody that just says something that is objectively a lie, they'll be able to call them on that, as they should be doing. And it doesn't really happen much now, at least not on anything that's specifically about policies. So, and that's another thing, this live town hall thing that's bypassing all the corruption in media, it's going to be very policy specific. Instead of the mudslinging thing, which is typically a cable news thing, they get two people on from two different sides, and they're not very specific. The closest they come to policy specifics is vague surface level chatter about policy, so it gives them plausible deniability. If they do something that's incredibly unpopular, well, they can deny it because they weren't specific in the first place, and it's usually just feces flinging back and forth and just really stupid, and that's cable news for you and the corruption of media. But this is going to be something that's specific. There's not going to be a feces flinging contest at all, just policy specific stuff where we can have principled agreements or principled disagreements. And what we have in cable news and politics, as normal as it is right now within the status quo, it doesn't really matter if you agree with somebody or disagree. It's not principled because they're on the take. It's corrupt. They're bought and paid for. There's conflicts of interest. So therefore, there's no such thing as a principled agreement or disagreement when there's an egregious, unethical conflict of interest. And this town hall that's happening this January 23rd, 2018, is there is no conflict of interest, either from the politician or the media that's going to be involved. It's a bypass of all that stuff, and that's why, whether you're on the right or the left or in the middle, there's something in it for everybody, and it's really important. So, there you go. And my website, by the way, is tombirkenmeyer.com, just like it's spelled here on social media, tombirkenmeyer.com. I don't normally do videos about this, but I've been doing more lately because I've just been finding it more interesting. Most of my stuff is about health and healing and natural remedies and financial freedom and getting healthy physically and financially, all that stuff. So look for more videos of much more about that. And I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye for now. Mwah! And spread this video if you got some friends that would enjoy this video and the message that's in this video, because I want to bypass the living daylights out of corruption at all levels in media and government and politics. Just want to bypass all of it.